Hi, my name is Lois Stickley, and I'll be walking you through our poster, Analysis of Textbook Use by Entry-Level Physical Therapist Students. My co-investigators on this study were Dr. Jacob Garza and Dr. Karen Gibbs. The purposes of our study were to describe required textbook purchase and use amongst DPT students and recent graduates, and to compare student, graduate, and faculty perceptions about the need and use of required textbooks. We had two convenience groups. One were 83 students, current students in a DPT program, and 229 recent graduates. We sent out surveys, one to the students and one to the graduates, and then we also wanted to know about faculty perception of how students were using their books. So you can see with the results, we sent out surveys to 83 students, but we only received 32 back. And out of the 229 recent graduates, we received 28 surveys back. We found a significant difference in how students used and purchased textbooks, basically among all the groups. I think that it's important to realize that students felt very frustrated about this topic and wanted to only purchase books that were actually going to be used and that there should be very clear recommendations. The main reasons that students purchased books were because of student-to-student recommendations, and then secondly, because of cost. The other thing we found was that our students were sharing textbooks. Some shared them online, for example, with an ebook, and then others shared, for example, during class and for projects. There was one current student and two graduates who actually photocopied at least parts of the textbook. Then when we looked at faculty, we found that of the 10 faculty that we have, 6 returned their survey. Of course, the 3 of us who were the investigators did not participate. Of the 6 of them indicated that they required textbook for their courses, and 4 thought that it was necessary for success. But how they use them, 6 said that they use specific book chapters, 2 that they actively use them in class. And then some of them said that they just used it for a general reference. So in our discussion, students purchased few textbooks compared to those that were required. Student-to-student recommendations about which books to purchase, that is, those that would really be used, was the #1 factor in purchasing decisions, and then cost was second. However, what we found was even though students were not purchasing and therefore not reading textbooks, we had a very high success rate, 98% graduation rate, and then of those, 100% employment and licensure passage rate. Another thing that we realized is that we really need to educate our students about copyright law infringement. So considering all of this, what we concluded was that faculty need to be very careful about recommending or requiring a book. If a book's going to be required, then they need to make sure that their instructional content does not just give all of the information that the students need without reading the book. So really, we need to think about how we are delivering the material and whether the book is really required for success. Thank you.